Do you know Wade? Is Wade an old friend, or is he from YouTube?
He's actually just friends with Mark. I met Wade before either of us were on YouTube, really,
Yeah.
and he was friends with Mark in high school. Is this? Wait a sec. Is this made out of wool?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I'm gonna have to be really careful with this netherrack placement.
If it goes wrong, it will make for a hilarious video. See, I was just wondering because Wade was obviously much quicker to pick up kind of doing YouTube than yourself. So I was just, just wondering, that's where the initial question came from. Because it seemed like you were in Mark's videos a lot, but you hadn't done your own stuff and Wade had, so I was just wondering why you hadn't picked it up yourself.
No, Wade, I think, had the right idea. I wish I would have got in earlier.
Yeah.
I had a job at the time. I was working like a full-time job sort of thing, and I didn't think I had time to really do it. And for a long time, I didn't really have a computer that could have done it. It wasn't a bad computer, but I built it as cheaply as I could. And so I spent, I think, $300 or $400 on it. I don't remember. And it was, it could sort of just barely run Minecraft. And so I didn't really have a rig that I could do it with. And I didn't, I don't know, I didn't catch on, but I've wanted to. I just didn't think I could. Who knows?
Well, looks like you were wrong, sir. 'Cause it's going pretty well so far. Do you watch a lot of YouTube?
I honestly, I used to watch a ton, just like hours and hours a day. Now I got married at the end of last month.
Yeah.
So with all that going on, I had substantially less time. So I haven't watched my usual guys in a while, but I watch a variety of things. And honestly, now that I'm doing it sort of full time, I sort of watch YouTubers to see like what I should do.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
see what they're doing that works. If they have any cool ideas, like I watched like JackSepticEye.
Oh, I love Jack.
I've been
Yeah.
lucky enough to record with him a few times, and I've watched his comment sections are one thing that blew me away. He responds to like every comment that he
Oh
gets.
yeah, yeah. He actually, sorry to interrupt, but just on the topic of Jack,
No, go for it.
I subscribed to him when he was at 30k, and he was always really good to respond to my comments. But I commented on one of his videos the other day, and he was like, "Glad to see you're still around," which he's at now at 700k. So I was not to belittle him and say that he wasn't going to recognize me, but I just have never seen it in a YouTuber before who he's exploded since I subscribed, but. I commented, and through the thousands of comments, he still managed to find my comment and be like, he recognized me for it, which is pretty surprising. I haven't seen that in a big YouTube in a long while, so thumbs up to Jack.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Part of what my whole mission about the YouTube channel is, I want to have a really good relationship with my subscribers, because the whole point is I want to do charity fundraising, and I want it to be sort of a community. So he just is unbelievably good at that. It blows me away how much he stays in contact with people, and he'd tell you. I was talking to him during one of the times we were on Skype together, and he was like, "Yeah, I've had some subscribers who are super loyal, and I try and always respond in the comment section when I see them." And it's I don't know how. I mean, I guess he works full time at it, but it's still, I don't know how he has enough time in the day to do everything he does with the comment sections. It's pretty crazy.
It is, yeah. You must spend hours doing it. Oh my god, that lava looks amazing. Was that you?
Yeah, I'm filling up the bottom with lava, and then I'm gonna make some netherrack fire around, sort of.
You genius. It's beautiful.
I might have been a little aggressive with the lava in some of these places.
I looked. Oh my god. if it burns, we'll just leave the
leave the ruined house.
Just leave the crater, and that would be my mark. And it will have a story behind it. Even if I don't have a house, it will have a story behind it. What do you think?
Yeah,
cool?
I might fill some of these in.
Back on the topic of YouTube, who have you got to play with? Who you're a big fan of? I guess Jack is a good example.
Yeah, no, Jack was amazing. My connection is sort of honestly unfair that I know Markiplier.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna record something with him at some point, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, let me. We could use a couple more guys for this. Let me see if like JackSepticEye is available." And I was just like, "What?"
Yeah. Count me in.
And yeah, I mean, through Wade too, Lord Minion 777, I've got to meet some really awesome guys. He hooked me up. He does a lot of stuff with Manga Minx and Ohm Wrecker and D Live and sort of that crew of people. And to win, and I know I'm going to leave someone off who I shouldn't leave off, but just like those guys, I've loved the stuff that Wade has done with them previously in like Rust and Town of Salem, and I got to record with all of them at some point earlier, and I got to record with Ohm Wrecker quite a bit recently, doing some Rust and some
I watched the Rust episodes,
and I think Ohm Wrecker's freaking hilarious, and I love. It would be like my life goal someday to record with like Seananners and
I love Adam.
And Chilled Chaos and Gassy Mexican Max and all those guys. But I mean, it's pretty much like dream come true for me right here. Like I couldn't imagine what else could be going better for me in terms of that. So
yeah, good to hear, man. I love Adam's formats of videos. You don't see it very frequently, if you know what I mean. Like very very quick snippet videos, but God, they're just so entertaining to watch every day, and it doesn't take up much time.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about it. It's funny. It seems like no matter how long a video is, there's always one person who thinks it's too long or too short. But I always thought that the way that Adam does his channel with the little 5-minute videos is really brilliant, because I have time, even if I'm super busy, you know, when I'm in the bathroom or something, I have time to watch his video.
Yeah.
And I pretty much always do, because it's always hilarious and it's always quick.
I think Adam's a great example of people who have adapted well to YouTube. Because as I said, I'm a bit of a YouTube nerd, so I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I think his channel has changed more than anyone's have ever seen over the course of their YouTube career. Because I remember when he first started, he was doing World at War, exclusively Call of Duty World at War, and then he was one of the first people to pick up Minecraft, which is now played by everyone and their nans. And now he does Gmod, which I think he got on it really early as well. I think he's pretty good at picking out, seeing games that are probably going to take off before they do, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
He's got an eye for it.
Yeah, well, that is a big thing, too, because that's what, I mean, I haven't done that, but that is, from watching a lot of YouTube, that's what makes people stand out. And I know I watched a lot of I still watch almost all of Markiplier's videos, but I know he got in on, what was it? I think it was one of the new Slenderman games that came out. But I mean, he was like the one and only guy who had a video of a certain game out for a couple days, and it was huge for him. And that's the sort of thing that like will get you noticed quickly.
I think that's why indie games maybe got so popular, because, well, I mean, indie games have always been popular. Everyone loves indie games, but recently, over the last 3 years, I'd say, there's been an explosion of indie developers, and indie games are like Microsoft and Sony are just heaping up every indie developer they can find. But I like to think that maybe YouTube had a small play in that, because as you see people like Felix, Mark, people who do like different varied gaming videos like Jack, always trying out the newest indie game, because you never know where these games are going to go. And it just makes for a good variety anyway. But yeah, you see YouTubers playing lots of games that you've never heard of before, just because of the crazy indie community and all the YouTubers giving it a go. Doesn't really look like my logo. Hasn't really come out very well, but there you go. There's no professionalism allowed on my channel. Or even when I do videos on Defend the House, like they're a big YouTube channel, and when we started they were at 250,000, but there's no professionalism allowed, because that's our style, you know. And who's got time for professionalism? I mean,
well, and it makes it
more personal, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I do appreciate the sort of not completely just like horrible quality, but like I appreciate blemishes on YouTube. I don't know, maybe it's just personal vanity. Maybe it just makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, even this guy has, like, he clips his mic sometimes, and the framing wasn't perfect, you know, like.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I'm not so bad.
I know exactly what you mean.
But it definitely, you know, makes it more like, personal is a good word, I guess.
Yeah.
People are starting to realize, I think, there's sort of a lot of money in it if you can pump out a lot of videos and get, you know, if you have a company that can get exposure. But I feel like that really is the whole thing about YouTube is it's not, it's not television. It's supposed to be two guys who have a camera who have an idea to make, some kind of funny video or some kind of, like, do you watch Raka Raka, the guys who did the Harry Potter versus Star Wars epic video?
I don't think I have.
I don't know too much about them. They're like a group of Australian guys, but they made this video that's got like super ridiculous special effects, and it's like a Harry Potter universe versus Star Wars universe sort of battle.
A bell. Yeah.
And it's just hilarious, and the special effects are super well done. And as far as I can tell, they're sort of just like a group of guys who are into like combat fighting, sort of dramatic stuff, and into filming videos. And they have a ton of views. I mean, they were on, like, in the U.S., they were on the news and everything. So
wow.
They're pretty big time with that video, and they made some follow-up, at least one follow-up that was pretty good. But yeah, like stuff like that is you're never gonna see that on TV. But
oh yeah.
It's just fantastic to see.
That's why I like a big fan of like Freddie W, Rocket Jump, and Corridor Digital, the special effects guys.
Yeah.
That's why I like about their videos is when you watch it, it could be pretty easily mistaken for something that come out of a movie studio, but then you just see behind the scenes it's just a couple of guys sitting in a room, playing around, having a laugh, and just being pretty masterful in their area, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just two guys who are really good at special effects. That's the best stuff of YouTube, I think. When you were like, think up something to create, and I was like, oh god. Because I've watched the other episodes, and these guys have been doing some pretty nice stuff. So I was like, uh-oh, here we go. But it isn't beautiful, but I like it.
Well, it doesn't have to be beautiful. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah. I'm in the pit of fire makes better. And you can go in it if you can fly. If you have the right to fly, you can fly in it.
If you're not in creative mode, this is a really exciting place to come and hang out.
Yeah. I might push something in the house. I don't know, maybe a chest. So people who aren't in creative mode, if they get to it, they get a reward.
Put a reward in the house?
Yeah. Oh, God, is this uneven? So there's no middle. It's going to be a large chest. My OCD is not going to like it. There's not a middle, is there? Oh, God.
Can you do it this way and do a large chest, sort of like there? Is that the middle?
Yeah, I think so. Well, actually, leave that there. I think that'll look good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's good enough. Okay, what do they get? What do they get?
Don't make it too good, because you don't want to set too high of an expectation.
They can have a red tulip. That's their reward for coming in here and fighting. A red tulip. There you go. That is their great reward. Yeah, perfect. Straight to the point. It's great, but don't get your hopes up. I mean, we're not we have a small amount of resources. I mean, we're in creative. We could put like 4 stacks of diamonds. Life is hard sometimes, and you don't always get what you deserve. It's a life lesson.
You should put that on a piece of paper and put that in.
Sometimes life sucks, and you don't get what you deserve. So here's a flower. And deal with it. I'm going to get a big aerial view. Actually, you know what? That is kind of cool. It reminds me of something from Sims, actually, that little blue house. Or Monopoly, I should say, actually. Monopoly, little blue house.
Oh, yeah. That's important. How's the view from the gas
station? Stunning, man. Come up here. Bask in what we have created. This is actually pretty nice.
On top of the tower and everything.
Oh, yeah. Quite picturesque.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
If I do say so.
It's a nice little fiery death pit we made there.
Yeah, and the house kind of stands out because it's quite, I don't think perfect's the word, but clean, but it's inside a very destructive place. I like it.
Yeah.
Actually went a little bit better than I expected.
If you like his stuff, feel free to subscribe. Obviously, he's a hilarious guy, and not a half bad Minecraft constructor here. So,
thank you very much, sir. You're making me blush.
Yeah, so this has been fun.
It has been fun, yeah.
And this has been Joe and Muyskerm. I guess we'll see you. Well, I guess Joe won't. I don't want to get everyone's hopes up. Sorry. It's a sort of a one and done sort of thing. Maybe he'll see you in another video. Oh. But I will see you guys next time on Let's All Play.
Bye. Oh, hello, buddy. Oh, that's his health drink. I'm going crazy. He's gone, he's gone. Is he gone? Calm down, man. Calm your nerves.